Mike with Become a Better Guitar Player. Today I'm going to show you how to play the song Black by Pearl Jam. It's really, for a Pearl Jam song, it's actually easier to play. There are two guitar players, so there's two sort of different guitar parts. I'll go over both of them, at least what I think, what I'm hearing, what he's playing. And this song also has a really great bass line. I think the bass in this song just carries the song along, but it's still a really great song. So let's get started with the lesson, all right? Now, there's an intro to this song, which is an E chord. The only way I can get it to sound like the way they're playing is if I kind of use the backs of my fingers and kind of just do that. So that's the way I'm going to show you how I do. So I make this E chord here. Going to bar from the A string all the way down on the 7th fret. Then I'm going to lay my 3rd finger across the D, G, and B strings. I want to make sure I hit that open E string up there. So that's how the song starts. Hit the E string, then hit these strings. And then I lift up my 3rd finger to where I'm just pressing on the 9th fret of the D, and I put my pinky down here on the B string on the 9th fret. 9, 7, 9. I take my 1st finger and I move it down 1 string and bar from the D string down. Lay my 3rd finger across G, B, and E strings. Then I put my pinky down here on the 10th fret of the B string. Then I try to only hit the A string here. And the bass player does this. So if you're not playing with a bass player and you want to put that in, this is how I do it. I hit the 12th fret on the D string, then I hit the 14th fret on the A string, and I slide up or down the neck. And it starts into the chord progression for the song. That is an E major chord. So 2nd fret of the A and the D, 1st fret of the G string. To an A major, which is 2nd fret of the D, G, and the B strings. So that's how it starts out. And while one of the guitar players is doing this, the other guy's doing this. So this is an E chord. I don't know what you would call this E chord exactly. Maybe some of the more educated musicians could tell me what this is, but he plays that over this. And this is just a simple A chord. Not simple, but it's an A chord. But it's the way people always call this the Jimi Hendrix chord. This is the way he played a lot. He put his thumb over the A string on the 5th fret. First finger over the B and the E strings. Second finger on the 6th fret of the G string. 7th fret of the D. You keep your pinky open so you can do this. You can hit it on the 7th fret of the G and the B string, and the E string like that. When I play this E chord, I'm on the 7th fret of the A, 6th fret of the D string, 7th fret of the G string. Then I use my pinky on the 9th and the 7th fret of the B string. I go 9, 7, 9. It goes through the E to the A progression a few times. Then it lands on a C chord. C chord is just going to be the 3rd fret on the A, 2nd fret on the D, and the 1st fret on the B string. Back to that E major chord. After 2 times, it goes to a simple D chord. 2nd fret of the G and the E, 3rd fret of the B string. So you're going to do this D chord. The way I do that is I 1st fret of the B, 3rd fret of the B, back to the 1st fret, then open and hammer on. Then you land on that E major. Then it goes back into the And in the end, it does that over and over again. Something else, when it's going through this, so there's a bunch of guitar fills in there, and if you're familiar with the minor pentatonic scale, and you want to basically riff along with him, what he's doing is he's playing this is that is D flat in the minor pentatonic scale, okay? I'll go over it really quickly if you're unfamiliar with it. So first position of this is going to be a bar across the 9th fret, 12th fret of the E, 9, 11 on the A, 9, 11 on the D, 9, 11 on the G, 9, 12 on the B, 9, 12 on the E. On the B and the E, you're going to go 14, 12 E, 14, 12 B, 13, 11 on the G. So if you're familiar with any of the Jimi Hendrix style stuff that Mike McCready likes to play in Pearl Jam, it's a lot of it's a bunch of that, and he's doing that in the background, kind of quietly behind this. Just in case you want to riff along with that, that is where he's playing it. And then in the end also, there's a sort of a bit of a lead going on behind he's playing that behind that progression in the end of the song. And all that is on the B string, 12, 13, 15. 12, 13, 15, 13, 12, 13 off. So that is basically, if I'm almost positive that's just the G major scale, or the C major scale. I think it's part of that scale, but mostly what he's doing is this. It ends on a big happy chord, an E major, with lots of open strings, like the whole song. Like I said, I get the way I get that sound is to use the back of my finger and just go like I'm playing my classical guitar. So I hope you like this video. If you do, like and subscribe to our channel. It's completely free and it helps us out a lot. Thank you and have a great day.